Good day trader, this is Bokam from deeppocketsforex. We'll be giving you our weekly forex forecast. On this chart here we have GBP USD. For GBP USD, this is on the 4-hour chart, and just as we forecasted from this previous week, we had price at about at this area here, and we forecasted that we're expecting an up move here to break this previous high. We did mention to you, as you all know, that even from here we predicted this drop, and we predicted this corrective structure, we predicted this drop here, and then we predicted that later we're expecting an up move to break this previous high, and then we can get a drop here. And as you can see, after getting this up move here, we focus that it's expect to break this previous highs here, and as you can see, we ended up to around this area and then got a pullback here. So what price might be communicating here, we can have price moving kind of like this, kind of like giving a wedge like this up until it breaks this previous high. We are expecting price to break this previous high here. We can also get price giving a drop, breaking this previous low, and then corrective structure, then another drop, breaking this previous low, and then get an impulse move like this, similar to this one. However price can express itself, we are expecting price to break this previous high. However route price can decide to take to break this previous high, but we're expecting to break this previous high. Alternatively, we can just get a corrective structure here and then get a small up move, breaking this previous high and breaking this previous high, and then you can have a drop. So that is how price can express itself. We're expecting price to break this previous high here to complete its movement right from this area all the way up to around this area here. That is what we have for GBP/USD. That's on the 4-hour chart. Let's just go to the 1 day and then see something here. Price is moving exactly as expected. Remember this previous week here, we said we're expecting price we say we're expecting price to give an up move here based on the pattern that price was forming here. We're expecting price to break this previous highs just like this, as you can see. Also here on the 1 day, this was just a spike, so slightly here we're starting to see signs that there's a possibility we might get price moving like this, similar movement here, just slightly breaking this previous high and then get a drop like this. And we did mention to you that this would be adding to the overall structure here, like this, and then get an up move later like this. So there's one big impulse and then there's a correction, and then we're expecting an up move here. So let's see what's happening on the 1-hour chart, just so that we explain to you what is happening here. We got a drop here and we got an up move, pullback, up move, and then slight pullback, up. So price moves like this and barely breaking this previous high. Here there's a chance we can get a drop here like this. So if you're trading on the 1-hour time frame, those small moves, daily moves, you can look for this drop here like this. You can look for this drop, but don't just jump in immediately market opens. For us in the inner circle, you need to look for your structure here, look for your entry here. What are you looking for in the market for you to get an entry? What are you looking for? What gives you a go ahead to be able to sell here? The structure shows a down move, of course, but it does not mean that you should jump in. You should be looking for your strategy, be looking for your conditions in order to jump in for the sell here. Now that's on the 1-hour time frame. Well, if you don't know what to look for, don't hesitate to make contact so that I can share with you what we look for us to be able to look for a sell here. Do not hesitate on that. So let's move on to the next pair and not waste any more time on GBP/USD. This is NZD/JPY on the daily chart. Now remember guys, for NZD/JPY, we got this drop, and then we got up, we got drop, and then we got up, we got drop, and then from here we focused to you that we're expecting an up move all the way up to this area here. We did get that, and then we started to get a corrective structure, and then we did mention to you that after this corrective structure is completed, we're expecting an up move to break this previous high. We got price moving only up to this area here, and then getting at some slight turbulence, and then we did mention to you again that we're still expecting price to break this previous high, similar to what we're focusing for you on GBP/USD. Notice we focused to you that we're expecting this previous this high move to break previous high, but we're starting to get turbulence here, and then we did mention to you that we're still expecting price up no matter the turbulence. And then we got that. And then from this area, we did mention to you that when this up move is completed, we're expecting a drop. And we say that this drop we're expecting to break this previous lows. And then we even this previous low here. Then we got price moving all the way down and then up and then down, just as a spike here, and then up again. Let me just go to the 4-hour and then just show you how that looks. And we got price moving all the way down and then up and then down like this, and then spiked down, barely breaking just a little bit, tiny bit, to this area here, and then price had to move up here. Now what we can focus here based on what is happening here on the 4-hour, we can expect price to move like this, and then up, corrective structure, up like this. This is one of the ways price can decide to express itself, because here we're expecting an up move. Let me go back to the 1-hour and see something there. Here, up, corrective structure, up like this, and then there's a possibility we could get a drop here. That's on the 1-day time frame. It might take a while to move like that, but as of now, if you get a corrective structure here like this, go for an up move. Also, there's a possibility you can get a corrective structure drop, like this, and you can if you get such structures, you can be able to look for entries here and then buy here all the way up, breaking this previous high, and then we could possibly get a drop if price decides to express itself in this manner here, and then we can have a drop similar to this one here. I hope you understand that. That's on NZDJPY. So let's just shift to the 1-hour and just explain how things are moving there. Drop, wedge, impulse, breaking previous high. By the way, these are structures that we find in our inner circle. These are explained structures. And then we get a drop, corrective structure, drop, corrective structure, drop, and then we get an up move like that. So if you get entries here, according to your entry conditions, you may be able to get a drop here, and then go for an up move, breaking high. By the way, these are expected outcomes. And remember, we dropped a video in the past on expected outcomes, that for you to be able to look at a chart like this, there's a list of expected outcomes, and you need to be able to know them all, and then know and then see how price is moving, and then know that okay, this is the most likely to take place. So as of now, corrective structure to complete, drop, corrective structure to complete, drop, and then up move like this, breaking high and breaking high. That's on NZDJPY. This is NZDUSD. Check this out. Based on these movements here, we did state to you that we're expecting price to break lower and head up like this and break this previous high. So we're starting to get signs here that price starting to make some decisions to go up. With this up move, we got a pullback here, and then price is moving up. From here, there's a possibility price can head up, break this previous high, and then pull back, then break its previous high. One correction, up, correction, then up, all the way to break this previous high. That's one way price can express itself in order to break this previous high. Remember, price can express itself in different ways, but head to this destination, breaking this previous high here. So from this area here, another way price can do is corrective structure, then up, corrective structure, then up, and then give a drop, pull back, and then up like that, all the way up. That's one way price can express itself. So if you're not in this movement, it's not wise to enter from here, because you might be entering a pullback or in a corrective structure. So wait a moment, and then until you get your opportunity, your trading condition, and then wait for price to push up. Remember, I did say to you that if you don't have entry conditions or what to look for in order to enter, we do have that in our inner circle, and it's something that we've taught our inner circle members so that they know exactly what to look for in order to look for this movement. We even taught them how to look for the next move and know exactly what is happening. So if you're looking for that as well, so that you're able to monitor your own trades, your own setups, whatsoever setup you like, then feel free to make contact. So on NZD/USD, let's just shift lower to the 1 hour time frame here. If we look into this, let's move back to this area here. We're gonna now pull back up, and then price starting to make some spikes here, and then we reversed to the downside, and we're starting to head up. Expect price to experience some little turbulence here. It might be in a corrective structure, then up like this. We're looking at how price was behaving here. And then expect price to continue up after I pull back. It can be in a corrective structure or in a drop here, or in just an impulse and then up. That's what we can share as of now. Now what we're looking for here on Euro CAD here, this is on the 1-day chart, by the way. How price is behaving here. Let's just study how price is behaving here. You see price decided to just head up to break previous high, but there's structure to be found here. Look at this. We have an impulse move, and then this is price starting to move like a wedge here. Now usually in a wedge, we can expect price to move up and then up one more time, breaking this previous high, and then one big drop. Or we can expect price to give a corrective structure here and then one big drop like this, breaking this previous low up to around this area. We're not expecting such a big move down. We're just expecting to break up until this previous low. Even if price decides to give a corrective structure, then drop and then up, breaking previous high, we're still expecting price to give this drop up to around this area here. Now you need to be able to look for your conditions here. If you know exactly what to look for, you get a corrective structure here, and then you get some signs of reversal here, you can be able to look for a sell here. Also, if you're able to look for a sell here, you should be careful here, because it's possibly it could just be up to around this area and then up, then getting this drop. So if you look for a sell here and then manage your trade here, there's no problem. You can still look for a sell here again after breaking this previous high. Now that's what the daily chart. Let's just go to the 4 hour and just give more details here. Based on how price was behaving here, there's our impulse. We get a drop, pull back, drop, pull back, drop, pull back, up to around this area here. So what we can expect here, we can either get a drop like this, or get a drop, corrective structure, drop, corrective structure, drop, and then up, and then drop, similar to this drop here. And this will just be our impulse move. This will be our corrective structure. This will be our corrective structure here, like this. So you can get that, such kind of a movement. We can get a drop, up, and then get this impulse move here, like this. This will be our correction. This will be our drop, our next drop. So these are the possible movements, and then get a structure here, correction, and then drop, like that. Those are possible movements on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what is happening there. You can expect this and then up and then drop, similar to this drop. You can wait to trade this drop here. It won't be such a huge drop. It will just be a drop similar to this one. And this is on the 1 hour chart. This is NZD CAD. Now NZD CAD, check this out. We got this big wave, drop, up, drop. And then we got this structure here. We did mention to you that we're expecting a big up move to break this previous high. And then we got an up move to this area, barely breaking this previous high, and then we got a pullback. We did mention to you again that this previous high is still expected to be broken. We got an up move breaking that high just as expected. Now let's go to the 4 hour and just show you exactly what is happening here. I'm saying we had price like this, and then we had price moving like this, giving this kind of a wedge here, and then drop, breaking this previous low. We did say to you at this point, at this moment, it is at this moment we mentioned to you that we're expecting this high and this high to be broken. We got this up move up to around this area, barely breaking this previous high here. We got a price moving like this, and then we did say to you that our price is still expected to push higher to break this previous high, because usually when a structure is like this, we're expecting this previous high to be broken, and then we broke this. And how structure is moving here, one correction like this corrective structure, this pullback, price still needs to express itself to break this previous high. Now when you look at this, up, correction, up, there is a possibility from here we might get a drop, and the drop might be similar to this drop here. So be on the lookout here. If you know what to look for in order to look for a sell around this area, you can be able to look for a drop. But if you don't know what to look for here, do not just jump in on a Monday, because if you jump in on a Monday, you are going to lose your money. You're going to lose your money to the forex market. Also be very careful here. There's possibilities we could get spikes, and then there's possibilities we could get an extended waves here. If you don't know what an extended wave is, about 3 to 4 weeks ago we did share with you on extended waves, just a little tip on some videos. That is why it's very important to watch all of these videos. Do not just skip to the pair that you like, because we randomly share tips. So please stick around until the end of this video. We'll be sharing more tips along the way. So from here, there's a possibility we could get a corrective structure, then a spike, just to take all the buyers out and then get a drop. It's very, very possible. So be on the lookout on that. This is on the 4 hour. Let's just shift lower to the 1 hour and see what is happening. There's not much to share here. This is USDJPY. This is on the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart. Now guys, remember we did mention to you from this area here that we're expecting an up move. We got price moving up, down, and then up, and then we still stood strong on our forecast here. We said price is still expected to push up. We are still expecting that. Now price decided to move up, down, correction, up, pullback, up, wedge, up, just like that, up to around this area. This past week we did mention to you that we're still expecting up, and then some of you showed to be in this trade, and then we did mention to you that be careful, manage your trade here, because when price moves like this, it has a tendency to move slowly or to give some big pullbacks, and it can be very difficult for it to reach its destination. After mentioning that, we got a drop here. Now let me share something with you on the 1 day chart. On the 1 day chart, look at this. We got a drop, we got price moving like this. We focused on an up move here, all the way breaking this previous high. We get movement moving halfway, and then around this area we say manage your trade. So here, what are you gonna do here? We got this pullback. We do not know yet what to do unless we shift to the 4 hour and just look at structure there, that we might make a decision on what to do next. Look at this. We got a drop here, drop, price moves up, drop, it moves up, drop, breaking this previous low. So here expect this up move, breaking high, and then drop like this, breaking this previous low like this. So there might be a struggle here on the upside. This is what we're expecting at the moment. If you're not in any trade here, there's a possibility you might look for a buy around this area based on your entry conditions, not based on my entry conditions. If you want my entry conditions, you make contact, and so that I can share with you how we make our entries on such setups. But if you know how to enter, no problem. Only look for a buy condition around this area. So let's shift to the 1 hour and see what is happening there. Okay, 1 hour. Our opinion has not changed. Still, as on the 4 hour, still we are seeing that. So expect an up move, maybe corrective structure here, up, corrective structure here, then up, breaking this previous low. There's a movement you can look for if you're a day trader. If you're looking for day setups, there's a movement you can look for. But do not just jump in, as I said. You need to know what to look for here. Alternatively, we can get a corrective structure here like this, then one drop is an impulse, taking out all the sellers, and then eventually going up like this. These are possible movements on USDJPY. This is GBP JPY on the daily chart. Now guys, remember we did mention to you that based on the structure that we are seeing here, we are expecting a drop from around this area, a drop like this, breaking all these previous lows, all the way up to around this area. And then around this area, some few weeks ago, we did mention to you that be very, very careful here. Such setups here where we are expecting a big movement similar to this one, just as we shared, we're expecting a lot of manipulation here, huge manipulation. Usually price from this area never just pause down before taking out or manipulating as much traders as possible here. Now this is what we got a spike here, just taking out everyone here and then heading down. Now how price behaves here, let's just shift to the 4 hour and then see how price behaves here and tell you if we're going to get any pullbacks or price pouring down. Now let's shift to the 4 hour and say that, okay, now look at this, drop, we're starting to move like this, drop, pull back, drop like this, and then up and then drop. Now you need to be careful here. When we see such a structure, you need to be very careful. Price can move like this and then drop and then like this and then drop, similar to this one, up to around this area. I mean breaking this low here up to around this area, and then we might get a pullback. Be careful, we might get a pullback here. Be very careful. Let me just shift to the 1 day and show you that again. I'm saying be careful, we might get a pullback here. Be careful, we might get a pullback here. This is GBP JPY, so I'm just saying be careful here, we might get a pullback here before heading down like this, breaking this previous low. We might get a pullback, and the way price is expressing itself here, we might just not get this impulse movement so soon. So just manage your trade if you are selling here. Manage your trade for a pullback here. Manage your trade for a pullback. We might get this here. That's on the 1 day. Let's just shift to the 4 hour and just read how things are happening there. Up, down, up, drop, and then pullback. We might get a pullback here. And then let's go to the 1 hour and see how things are taking place there. Peak formation, up, drop, corrective structure, drop expected, up, breaking previous high like this, drop, up, and then maybe a drop here like this, expected. This is how we're expecting price to move. This is how we're expecting price to move here. This is our final prediction here. This is on gold. Now remember guys, on gold we did focus to you this previous weeks based on how price was moving here, drop, then we said we're expecting an up move. We said we're expecting an up move to break this previous high. If you remember this prediction, please comment on the comment section. We said corrective structure and then we said up. Corrective structure is expected to complete, then we said up, breaking this previous high like this, up to around this area. And look at this, price went beyond like this, went beyond. Let's just shift to the 4 hour and see that clearly. We mentioned to you that based on previous structure, price is expected to move up and break this previous high. And guess how this moved? We got price moving like this and then drop. We said we are still expecting price to move up, breaking this previous high up to around this area. And then look at this. This is what happened. Price decided to push up, even break this previous high and even break this previous high like that. So let's just go to the 1 day and see what is about to happen there. Based on how price is moving here, there's a possibility here. There's a possibility, just that this movement here is just so decisive. There's a possibility we might get a pullback like this, and then corrective structure, pullback, corrective structure, and then pullback like this, up to around this area, and then head up. This pullback can come in a corrective structure, or it can come just in a form of a decisive movement, similar to this one here, and then still head up like this. So be on the lookout on that. Be on the lookout on that. Be on the lookout. Now that is what we have for today, guys. See you on the next video. Do not forget to like and do not forget to comment on the comment section. And remember guys, if you like to understand wave analysis and smart money to a deeper extent, do not forget to make contact with us. We'll explain to you the fundamentals and the advanced patterns of wave analysis and smart money, so you are able to get that extra edge in the market, so you're able to get those sniper entries if you'd like. See you in the next video.